young enough to be altered forever overnight, but I'd never seen it in context. Robert Plant, a rock superstar who immortalized Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven and Whole Lotta Love. Despite his fame, he suffers from unspeakable loss, psychological turmoil, and great pain. Plant, 76, has not reminisced. He keeps creating, pushing past limitations to find real music in everyday life. He has endured family catastrophes, fame pressures, and soul-racking loneliness. How does someone with so many trials persevere, preserving his musical love and inspiring the globe? Come explore a story of contradictions and emotions, where light and darkness coexist to create a rock legend, symbol of resilience and infinite creativity. Robert Plant. Born August 20th, 1948, Robert Anthony Plant began his journey in Staffordshire's West Bromwich Industrial District. Robert was born to civil engineer Robert C. Plant, a World War II Royal Air Force veteran, and Annie Celia Plant, a vibrant Romani lady. His mother's energy and enthusiasm fueled his upbringing. Plant fondly recalled his mother on BBC's Desert Island Discs. She was energetic, dynamic, and lovely. Plant was intrigued by singing and the rock and roll movement from a young age, with Elvis Presley as the ultimate musical icon. Plant described childhood recollections of copying Elvis hiding behind the curtains at home over Christmas and visualizing the gap between the draperies and the French windows as his personal concert stage during a 1994 visit on Denton with Andrew Ding. The industrial powerhouse of West Bromwich, Staffordshire, England, was Robert Anthony Plant's starting point on August 20th, 1948. Robert was born to civil engineer Robert C. Plant, a World War II Royal Air Force veteran, and Annie Celia Plant, a lively Romani lady. His mother's energy and enthusiasm brought joy and warmth to his childhood. Admired his mother on BBC's Desert Island Discs while recalling his upbringing. She was energetic, dynamic, and lovely. Plant was drawn to singing and rock and roll, with Elvis Presley as the ultimate musical icon from a young age. Plant remembered impersonating Elvis as a child, hiding behind the curtains at home over Christmas, and thinking the gap between the draperies and the French windows as his concert stage during a 1994 appearance on Denton with Andrew Ding. Early work. Instead of his father's wishes, Robert Plant briefly studied finance and accounting at the London School of Economics. This seemed to fit his father's wishes, but fate intervened. Plant abandoned his studies and followed his calling after 2 weeks of being consumed by music. Though brief, his time at the institution was not wasted. He learned financial skills that helped Led Zeppelin save money by chartering private planes to minimize hotel stays during tours. Plant struggled emotionally as he tried to follow his passion and satisfy his father. Though difficult, this struggle encapsulated his journey. Rebellious and driven to make his imprint on the world, Plant started his own music career at 17 in England's Midlands blues scene. This transforming encounter expanded his musical repertoire and passion for blues and other influential genres. Plant said his real musical schooling began when he left home at 17, bouncing from band to band, learning blues and other emotional music. Plant's courageous choice to pursue music over regular education led to an astonishing journey that connected him to his early influences. Blues legends Robert Johnson, Booker White, Skip James, Jerry, and Sleepy John Estes inspired him. This comprehensive examination of music strengthened Plant's artistic vision and created the groundwork for his future success, starting a massive rock adventure. Plant worked for Wimpy in Birmingham and Woolworths in Halesowen to support himself while pursuing his musical dreams. While combining job and art, he released 3 obscure CBS record singles and performed with many bands, each contributing to his musical individuality. Plant met drummer John Bonham in the Crawling King Snakes, a turning point in his life. This cooperation led to the establishment of Band of Joy, which combined blues with psychedelic trends and earned them popularity. However, this decision caused family tension between Plant and his parents. With irony, Plant recalled, "I was meant to acquire a real job, and I did." These statements highlighted the sacrifices and determination he needed to pursue his artistic goals despite familial and social pressures. Despite familial opposition, Plant's talent and determination catapulted him to a successful music career, confounding society's expectations. "I reconnected with my parents, but those conflicts were important," Plant remarked of his early defiance and family alienation. "They shaped who I am." In 1963, at just 15 years old, Plant faced a pivotal musical moment. His involvement with the Jurymen, initially behind the scenes, unexpectedly thrust him onto the stage when he filled in for the lead singer, who fell ill before a performance at the Bull's Head pub in Stourbridge. While Plant recalled feeling nervous and avoiding eye contact with the audience during those early performances, others, like the Jurymen's drummer John Dudley, remembered a confident and captivating Plant, winning over the crowd. Regardless of differing recollections, one thing was undeniable. Plant's powerful voice left a lasting impression that night. Over time, Plant's path intersected with musicians Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones, leading to the formation of one of the most legendary rock bands in history. The journey to their iconic status was filled with challenges and fateful moments, marking the beginning of an extraordinary musical legacy, career success, and tragedies. By the late 1960s, Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones were already prominent names in the music scene. Jones had played with renowned artists like Donovan and Jeff Beck and had composed the iconic string arrangement for the Rolling Stones' She's a Rainbow. Meanwhile, Page was searching for a vocalist who could bring their musical vision to life. Terry Reid, Page's initial choice, was tied up with other projects and recommended Robert Plant as a promising alternative, sparking a collaboration that would go down in rock history. Robert Plant's journey with Led Zeppelin tale of groundbreaking musical achievements and personal trials began in the late 1960s. The combination of Plant's distinctive vocals, Jimmy Page's guitar mastery, John Paul Jones' bass and keyboard skills, and John Bonham's powerful drumming created a sound that redefined rock music. When Plant joined Page and Jones, the rock music landscape was ripe for a major transformation. Initially overwhelmed by the extraordinary talents of his bandmates, Plant quickly found his footing. His marriage to Maureen Wilson in 1966, prior to the formation of Led Zeppelin, brought him stability in his personal life as he embarked on the turbulent journey to fame. However, Plant's rise was not without its hurdles. By 1968, as Led Zeppelin prepared to revolutionize the music scene, Plant faced contractual limitations with CBS Records. These constraints resulted in his name being underemphasized on Led Zeppelin's debut album, a seminal work in rock history released in 1969. Despite this, the album achieved commercial success and critical acclaim, showcasing Plant's talent and stage charisma. The early 1970s marked the golden era of Led Zeppelin, with albums such as Led Zeppelin II, Led Zeppelin III, and especially Led Zeppelin IV, solidifying their position at the pinnacle of the music world. Songs like Whole Lotta Love, Immigrant Song, and Stairway to Heaven not only defined a generation, but also demonstrated the maturity and depth of Plant's lyrical style. However, by the mid-1970s, the rise of punk rock posed a new challenge, and Led Zeppelin's 1976 album Presence struggled to resonate in the shifting musical landscape. Simultaneously, Plant faced deeply personal tragedies that profoundly affected him. One notable event was the legal battle over the authorship of Stairway to Heaven. During the trial, Plant was questioned about attending a concert by the band Spirit and interacting with its members. Astonishingly, he could not recall the event. This memory lapse was attributed to a severe car accident where Maureen suffered a fractured skull and Plant had a shard of the windshield lodged in his head. The physical and emotional toll of the accident left lasting scars, marking a turbulent phase in Plant's life. An even more devastating accident occurred in 1975 during a family vacation on the Greek island of Rhodes. A car crash left Plant with a broken right leg and elbow, while Maureen sustained more severe injuries, including a fractured skull and pelvis. Miraculously, their children, including Jimmy Page's daughter Scarlett, escaped serious harm. These successive tragedies exposed the fragility beneath the glamorous facade of a rock star. The physical aftermath of the second accident confined Plant to a wheelchair for an extended period. Yet, he persevered, contributing from his wheelchair to Led Zeppelin's 1976 album, Presence. The song, Achilles' Last Stand, stands as a testament to his resilience, turning adversity into artistic inspiration. Another tragedy struck in 1977 when Plant's son, Karak, passed away amid mounting professional pressures and prior personal hardships. Seeking solace at his family's farm, Plant considered leaving the music industry to pursue a simpler life. During this time, he even contemplated becoming a teacher at a Rudolf Steiner Waldorf school, yearning for a more meaningful and peaceful existence. The late 1970s and early 1980s were particularly challenging for Plant. The death of John Bonham in September 1980 was a devastating blow. Bonham, not just the iconic drummer of Led Zeppelin, but also Plant's childhood friend from the Black Country, passed away due to alcohol-related issues. This loss deeply grieved Plant and marked the end of Led Zeppelin as a band. Despite discussions about reunions, including a 2007 performance with Bonham's son, Jason, filling in for his father, firmly believed that Led Zeppelin could not continue without Bonham, emphasizing the irreplaceable bond between them. In addition to personal struggles, Plant faced significant challenges in his career. Rumors surfaced that he had experienced vocal issues and underwent vocal cord surgery in the 1970s to remove nodules, although details remain unclear. In the early 1990s, a vocal specialist in London predicted that Plant might lose his voice within 6 months, threatening to end his singing career. Yet with remarkable determination, Plant defied these predictions, continuing to record and perform, proving the enduring strength of his iconic voice solo career. Robert Plant's solo career, which began after Led Zeppelin disbanded in 1980 following the death of drummer John Bonham, showcased his versatility and enduring influence in the music world. Though he initially considered a career shift to teaching, was persuaded to continue pursuing music, partly thanks to encouragement from Genesis drummer Phil Collins. Collins, who performed with Plant, played a key role in helping him navigate the transition to a solo career. Plant's debut solo album, Pictures at 11, released in 1982, marked the beginning of this new chapter. His follow-up album, The Principle of Moments, 1983, featured standout tracks such as Big Log and In the Mood, highlighting his success in reinventing himself as a solo artist. Throughout the mid-1980s, Plant continued to experiment with his music, evident in songs like Little by Little from the 1985 album Shaken and Stirred and Far Post, a favorite on rock radio stations. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, Plant collaborated with keyboardist and songwriter Phil Johnstone, producing albums like Now and Zen, 1988, Manic Nirvana, 1990, and Fate of Nations, 1993. Fate of Nations featured the track I Believe, written in memory of Plant's late son, Kerak, reflecting the emotional depth present in Led Zeppelin's music. During this period, Plant began incorporating Led Zeppelin songs into his live performances, something he had previously avoided. Plant's collaborations with Jimmy Page included the short-lived supergroup, the Honeydrippers, in 1984, which delivered hits like Sea of Love. Their partnership continued with Page's solo album, Outrider, and Plant's Now and Zen, culminating in the 1994 album No Quarter, Jimmy Page, and Robert Plant on Let It. This album, blending new material with reimagined Led Zeppelin classics, showcased their creative synergy and was followed by a successful global tour. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, Plant explored new musical territories with the sensational Space Shifters, producing albums like Dreamland, 2002, and Mighty Rearranger, 2005, both of which received critical acclaim. Plant's exploration of diverse musical genres, including his collaboration with Alison Krauss on the 2007 album Raising Sand, earned him multiple Grammy Awards and demonstrated his adaptability and lasting appeal in the music industry. Plant's journey into folk and Americana with Band of Joy in 2010 further highlighted his musical diversity, producing a Grammy-nominated album that both revisited his roots and explored new sounds. His collaborations with the sensational Space Shifters continued to push musical boundaries, culminating in the 2017 album Carry Fire, a testament to his creativity and enduring impact on music, personal life, and relationships. Robert Plant, the legendary rock vocalist of Led Zeppelin, is renowned not only for his groundbreaking music career, but also for a personal life filled with complexity, vibrancy, and intrigue. Plant's marriage to Maureen Wilson remains one of the most significant and meaningful relationships in his life. The two met at a Georgie Fame concert in 1966 when they were both just 18 years old. Maureen, with her gentle beauty and independent spirit, quickly captivated Plant, a passionate young artist who was yet to achieve fame. To be closer to Maureen, Plant even worked at her father's steel factory in Birmingham, an experience that deepened their bond. 2 years later, they married and welcomed their first daughter, marking the beginning of a happy family life. Their marriage was not only a source of inspiration, but also a crucial emotional anchor for Plant during the early days of his career. The song, Thank You, written by Plant for Led Zeppelin's second album, is a heartfelt love letter to Maureen, expressing his deep gratitude for her support. However, Plant's career with Led Zeppelin, with its relentless touring schedules and the pressures of fame, placed immense strain on their marriage. The tensions and temptations of stardom ultimately led to their separation in 1983, after 15 years of marriage. Despite the breakup, Maureen's influence on endured, and traces of their relationship can be found in his later works. After his divorce from Maureen, Plant entered a relationship with Shirley Wilson, Maureen's sister. Together they had a son, Jesse Lee Plant, in 1991, marking a controversial chapter in Plant's personal life. This relationship put Plant in a delicate position as he balanced his responsibilities to his newborn son with his commitments to his former family and his demanding music career. Although this relationship did not last, remarkably, Maureen held no grudges and the family maintained a harmonious dynamic. This episode highlighted the complexity and humanity of Plant's relationships, characterized by forgiveness and understanding. Beyond Maureen and Shirley, Plant had numerous other romantic relationships. In the 1970s, he had an affair with Audrey Hamilton, often referred to as his road wife, as she accompanied him during Led Zeppelin's 1977 tour. However, their relationship ended abruptly, following the sudden death of Plant's son. Plant also dated other notable figures, including model and actress China Lee in 1972 and actress Pam Grier in 1973. These relationships were often short-lived, constrained by his hectic schedule and the pressures of fame. In the 1990s, Plant was romantically involved with singer Tori Amos, who later revealed that Plant had proposed to her, a proposal she declined. He also dated artists such as Najma Akhtar, Alana Miles, and Patty Griffin, with each relationship adding depth to his personal and artistic life. Every relationship in Plant's life has been not only a chapter in his personal story, but also a profound source of inspiration for his music. From heartfelt songs like Thank You and All My Love, to works from his solo career, Robert Plant has transformed his personal experiences into songs that resonate deeply with millions of fans. Robert Plant's life is a rich tapestry of love, loss, and redemption, a symphony of emotions interwoven with personal connections and artistic expression. His relationships, whether brief or enduring, form the mosaic of a deeply layered life, shaping the narrative of one of rock history's greatest icons. Current life and legacy. At 76 years old, Robert Plant remains an irreplaceable icon in the history of rock music. While his golden era with Led Zeppelin has long passed, Plant has never stopped dedicating himself to the arts. He leads a modest life in Worcestershire, England, far removed from the glamorous spotlight. But this does not mean he has abandoned music. Plant continues to grace the stage, constantly experimenting with and exploring new styles. Recently, he resumed his collaboration with Alison Krauss on the Can't Let Go tour in 2024, performing songs from their two joint albums, Raising Sand and Raise the Roof. These performances are not merely nostalgic revisitations, but a testament to Plant's unceasing creativity as he reinvents himself at every stage of his life. Offstage, Robert Plant is also known for his commitment to the community. He is not only an artist, but also a humanitarian, actively participating in numerous charitable activities. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Plant donated essential medical equipment to frontline workers. He has also contributed to preserving cultural and historical values, such as supporting the restoration of iconic music venues like the Bath Bell Inn. These efforts illustrate a Robert Plant who lives not just for music, but also with a deep sense of social responsibility. Robert Plant's legacy extends far beyond the accomplishments of Led Zeppelin. His powerful voice, profound emotional range, and unparalleled stage presence have set a new standard in hard rock and heavy metal. From Freddie Mercury and Axl Rose to Jack White, many legendary artists have drawn inspiration from him. Plant has been recognized by Encyclopedia Britannica as someone who amplified and expanded the expressive style of blues legends like Howlin' Wolf and Muddy Waters, shaping the signature sound of an entire musical generation. Iconic tracks like Stairway to Heaven, Whole Lotta Love, and Thank You are not only emblematic of Led Zeppelin, but also treasures of global music history. Behind the glory, however, Robert Plant is a man who has faced significant trials. The death of his son, Carrick, in 1977, remains an unhealed wound, but from this tragedy, he transformed grief into art through deeply emotional songs like All My Love. He has shared that music was what helped him heal and rediscover life's meaning. The personal losses and challenges he has endured have not defeated him, but instead fueled his determination to continue creating and inspiring others. Robert Plant is more than just a singer or musician. He is a symbol of resilience, constant reinvention, and the pursuit of authenticity in music. His life and career stand as a vivid testament to the unifying power of music, transcending time and space to touch the hearts of generations. His legacy lies not only in timeless songs, but also in the way he lives and inspires, serving as a source of motivation for anyone seeking beauty and meaning in life. What are your thoughts on Robert Plant's life and legacy? Share your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay updated on more inspiring stories. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.